Well, folks, we all know that old classic dish of sweet potatoes, but folks, we have jazzed it up a little. You will be proud to throw this on the table. That is some sweet mashed potatoes with a brown sugar pecan crust that goes on top. You better stick around, and happy Thanksgiving! Hey, thank y'all for stopping by camp today. And whoo, it is a beautiful day. My name is Kent Rollins, and we do a lot of cowboy cooking here. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the old subscribers. And I'm not talking old in age, I'm talking to y'all have already joined us. And thank you for all you new folks that are joining and coming on over. And for you new folks that are going to join and come on over, hurry, because you're late, you're missing out. But remember, Shan will have the printable recipe down below. Everything will be there. But it is one of my most favorite times of year. What is that? Thanksgiving. Whew, I do love to gather folks around the table. You've seen a lot of sweet potato recipes. You haven't had them melted marshmallows on them and everything else. But hey, I'm going way above and beyond, but it's still simple. We're calling it a brown sugar sweet mashed potato. Got a little pecan right there to go with it, so everything is going to be good. This is a great dish, folks. So without any further ado, let's get on after it. So y'all seen me there a while ago take 4 of them big old sweet taters, peel them really good, chunk them up, quarter them, put them in some boiling water, boil them on old Bertha till they got good, tender, and soft, drain the water off of them, and what comes now? It says mash or mix on high. So watch this. What goes in there next? A cup of brown sugar. Now bear with me a minute because I got to go over here and get some butter. A stick of melted butter. Now, if you got one of them beaters at home, one of them deals, you go ahead and use it, but bear with me because I ain't got one. Voila! Cuisinart ain't got nothing on Cowboy Kent Rollins, I'll tell you for sure. Now we're going to add 2 cackleberries. Yep, and if you got some of them homegrown ones, that's a good thing too. And after that comes 1/3 of a cup of half and half.
It's a half a cup.
Well, I thought it was 1/3 of a cup.
Check the cookbook. Product placement.
So we're going to add us a half a cup, a half and half. And when you got half and half, did they just get this out of half a cow or a whole cow? Some of y'all think about that too. But I'm going to add a half a cup of this in there with them 2 eggs. Hang on, folks. So I'm going to take that tater masher and make sure that I have beat them eggs up well. Discard it. Break out the electric mixer. Well, folks, guess what? It is beat well. I'm going to put the lid on it, set it right over here, and we're going to make the topping that goes there on it. So, we're going to take that other cup of brown sugar. We're going to take 1/3 of a cup of cornmeal mix. And I hear some of you out there, why don't you just use cornmeal? Well, this is going to make it pop just a little. So 1/3 of a cup of that, 1/3 of a cup of flour, 1.5 cups of chopped pecans, which is 1. Oh, I'll tell you what we're going to do, folks. We're just going to use a whole sack. I sort of like pecans. What comes next? That other stick of butter. Whew, that right there is some of that goodness. I could eat that right out of the pan. We're going to give it a good thorough mixing to try to get it all incorporated well. And last but not least, 1/4 of a cup of warm water. Stir well. Well, folks, today I'm going to do this in a 12-inch Dutch oven. Now, if you want to, you can do this in the house in an 8x11 or even a 10-inch oven to make it a little thicker. But I'm going to do it in this 12 today. I want to make sure that it is greased well. You can use anything you want, sides Trop Arctic. Oh, don't show this, Shin. A fly crawling around in there. We're going to get this out of there. It goes in first. Let's get her spread out even and smooth all the way around like you're screeding some concrete. This is my automatic leveling device, and if Shan will smooth back in here, she'll even show you. Looky there, folks, ain't it pretty and level now? I like to take this and sort of spoon it around there and try to get it a little evenly everywhere. Because, whew, it is some of that good. So get her spread out evenly, folks, and guess what time it is now? Time to go to the fire. So let me get a lid on it, and don't it look pretty? Well, folks, you seen me load the top of that oven pretty heavy because that's where most of this cooking is going to take place. So I want to load it good and heavy so it sets up that crust sort of right there on top. Then we went pretty light around the bottom. We're cooking with some oak and mesquite mix today. A little bit of breeze, pulled them out just a little ways from it. We're going to try to cook it pretty slow on the bottom because the sweet potatoes are already cooked. We just need them to set up a little. Now, if you was doing this and you didn't have a trivet, that hurt. That shovel fell and hit me, Shan. So if you didn't have a trivet when you was doing this, put her there on the ground, pull your coals quite a ways from it, folks, because that heat's going to generate, especially if you're using good hardwood coals. And you know, folks, since there is wind or there ain't wind, we're going to always rotate, even out them hot spots, and get our heat more centralized everywhere. So remember, you got to have some of that rotation, and if the wind's blowing, we're going to do it more than once. So folks, we've been on about 8 to 10 minutes there, and I checked it and I seen it bubbling up from the bottom. So that's sort of what I'm looking for, and I want that crust to set up on top, so we'll keep cooking it, but I'm going to pull it off that bottom heat and set it out there and continue to cook the top. When that top nearly gets done, folks, it's sort of going to set up and get a little crusty feel to it. We're a little ways off on there, but it'll sort of pull, and it'll be crusted over nice and crisp, and whew, it will be good. Well, it is a great time. It is, because we are done. Now, folks, don't be thinking you're going to spoon this out and go to eating it. This stuff is hot. It will burn the hair off a frog's butt, and it will hurt you. So let it cool. It'll set up a little more. That's got a good crispness to that crust there. Now, if you was doing this in the house, you'd have preheated that oven to 350 degrees, and you'd have cooked it for 30 to 35 minutes till it's good and golden brown on top and sets up. Out here, folks, we cooked it about 20 minutes, and I was looking for that bubble up plumb through there, and it did that. Rotated it once or twice there, we did. But then we let that crust get good and golden brown, set it up. Remember, we took it off the bottom heat, set it out there, kept the top heat on till we got that crust just like we wanted it. Have spoon will travel. I think I'm going to start any minute right there.
What is that?
That's a turkey trot dance. This is Thanksgiving. Folks, this is oh so good. Them sweet taters with that brown sugar and butter in there, they are a hit. But folks, the thing that is the star, that crust that goes there on top with that goodness of that brown sugar. And them pecans, oh my gosh, you could serve this as dessert. You won't have to make a pecan pie.
One more time with the turkey trot.
It is good, folks. Well, folks, if you're looking to put a new twist in the rope on that old classic dish, sweet potatoes, you better make this, and I promise you, you'll be the star of Thanksgiving Day. But folks, we're filming this on Veterans Day, and whew, y'all have heard me say it many times, but I'll say it every day. I tip my hat to them folks that have served, the servicemen and women, and them that sacrificed it all to keep that old flag flying above there on Old Glory. But also, folks, I want you to remember, all them folks out there in California that are affected by them fires. So when you get down on your knees tonight and you're saying thank you to the good Lord, pray for them folks out there in California about them wildfires. We have a special shout out going out this week to a good outdoor cook, Ken, who lost his daughter recently, Brianna. We keep you in our prayers and thoughts, we do. Hope you enjoyed something, hope you learned something. This is a great sweet potato recipe to throw out on the table, I promise you that. And folks, we want to thank you again so much for watching our videos. We thank you for always hitting that subscribe button. Wait, what you say? Some of y'all ain't subscribed? Be sure you hit that button. And remember, share the food and share the videos. God bless you each and every one. Hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving from me and Shannon and the Big, and see you down the Sweet Tater Trail.
Can Beak have any of this?
No,
You can't.
got nuts.
Can you dig out like the very
Yeah.
bottom sweet potatoes?
Hey, Big, say, can you test this for me? Now, it don't have none of the bad stuff that you can have with brown sugar on them sweet potatoes. How are you about vegetables? Folks, the Big says it will work. You want me to give him another?
Yeah, it was good.
Folks, we're so very thankful because it is Thanksgiving, but also, most of all, we thankful for y'all watching these videos because we done reached another milestone, 300,000 subscribers. Yes, it's time to do the happy dance. Woo! Pardon me, Shambo, I gotta do a happy dance. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Jesus.
You know the shopping cart? You gotta put the food in the basket.
But what?
You gotta do it and then put the food in the basket. No. Oh, can you moonwalk? Hey, Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey, Macarena, Macarena. No, that's not it.
I don't know the
You
Macarena.
gotta do the.